Greetings all! Today we'll be examining this exceptionally rare rock ice-type Pokemon Amaura and their equally rare evolution Aurorus, the two collectively known as the Tundra Pokémon. Though they might seem calm and collected in nearly any instance, the members of the Amaura family are still unique creatures that can more than prove to be decent beasts to go up against if they are threatened.
Amaura are quadrupedal beasts that have a sky blue hide to them with a white underbelly, a single white claw on each of their back feet, a stubby tail, and a large diamond-shaped crystal embedded into each side of their torso. They have massive blue eyes with a pair of yellow and pink frills that run along the crest of their head around their eyes and have a small mouth that gives them an adorable appearance. The evolved form Aurorus have a main body that is covered in a deep blue hide with sky blue underbelly and lower neck, 3 white claws on each of their feet, a jagged scale pattern between the two main body colors, an extended coiled tail, and a series of diamond-shaped crystals that run along the sides of their body, tail, and neck. They further have a head pattern of white and blue scales on their face, and their head frill now extends outwards by a massive degree, flowing out several feet from their head and all the way down to the base of their neck.
The members of the Amaura family are only alive today thanks to the modern miracle of fossil restoring technology. But among all those that have been resurrected, none other quite demonstrates the calm dispositions and peaceful natures of these beasts.
These monsters are believed to be somewhat related to the genus Amaura and Aurorus and share many of their purposed anatomical features, though in all reality they are far stronger than their relatives could have ever been, even if their chances of reproduction are diminished because of the skewed gender ratio of 1:7 in favor of males. These species were only recently discovered in fossils within the Kalos region and have been located and resurrected in other places now, but the Kalos region is still the best place to find them. Though they are still primarily rock types as a result of the fossil restoration process, these beasts are unique among all fossil Pokemon in that they are adapted to not only live in extremely cold environments, but are able to utilize cold as a weapon so effectively that they are considered to be ice types. Amaura and its evolved form Aurorus are unique among fossil Pokemon in that they are perhaps one of, if not the most accurate restoration of life ever come across in fossil Pokemon, because, thanks to the natural ice-type powers, most of their fossils have freeze-dried portions of skin that actually have most of their DNA intact.
As such, these beasts are a fairly faithful representation of what ancient life may have truly been like, and are currently being used to increase the efficiency of DNA extraction techniques for future generations of fossil Pokemon.
While these beasts do not have the raw power of other fossil Pokemon families, they are by far the easiest to train and are extremely peaceful beasts at heart, likely a result of living in relative isolation to other beasts that existed 100 million years ago in the Cretaceous, particularly the members of the Tyrant family. These creatures are nocturnal by nature and can be a bit difficult for most trainers to make use of early on as a result, but they are nonetheless the perfect addition to any team looking to add some cold to their strategy. It is further noted that these beasts seem to be so in tune with their ice-type powers that they are the only Pokemon, along with Mega Glalie, that can possess the Refrigerate ability, which has the astonishing effect of converting all of their normal type moves into ice-type moves and considerably increasing their power in the process. They can even make the overall environment only well suited for ice types as well, as they can also have access to Snow Warning as a hidden ability. Add to this a unique variety of attacks and techniques, including the Thunder Wave technique and a host of potent special attacks, and it can be readily seen how they might be preferable to some over their counterparts in the Tyrant family. With that said though, it is also noted that their overall stamina and special attributes aren't too bad, with an above average base special defense stat for a fully evolved ice-type Pokemon, and above average base HP and special attack stats for a fully evolved rock and ice-type Pokemon, in particular having the highest base HP stat out of all rock-type Pokemon. So these otherwise gentle creatures can certainly be made into potent forces to beware in some cases, even if they aren't too fast or physically strong. Amaura are quite friendly towards others even at a young age, and do not seem to like battling all that much, but they will gladly lend their hand when trying to defend friends and family from attacks. They do not have full control over the ice-type powers at this stage of their lives, and are thus limited to only a few ice-type moves at first, though they apparently have the power to create auroras merely by whinnying, but as they approach evolution, they quickly start to gain access to their greater powers and can eventually become a serious force to be reckoned with. Amaura tend to be a bit skittish around larger Pokemon and can be scared quite easily in some cases. This is so much the fact that if they are faced with an opponent that seems to be particularly uncaring or otherwise cruel to them, they will often start to cry and will run away to hide somewhere.
This issue will be present with them until they manage to evolve into something more than capable of throwing its weight around. But in the meantime, trainers will have to be careful about what opponents these creatures are sent out to battle against.
Overall, Amaura do not have many special traits that make them stand out, but they are still fun creatures to have around as pets or partners alike. The only real problem that most trainers will have to deal with is that they really do not like intense heat and may experience a shorter life expectancy if left out in hot environments on a periodic basis. But given their relatively thick, fatty hide and their natural ice-type abilities, this is of little surprise and can easily be rectified with a bit of smart management. While Amaura are still able to evolve just like most other fossil Pokemon, their lifestyle as a nocturnal grazer has resulted in a slight mutation to the resurrection process that limits them to evolution only at night. Despite this, the resulting Pokemon Aurorus is a monstrous beast of noteworthy height that can easily take and deal considerable damage in battle. Unlike their pre-evolved form, Aurorus have full control over their natural ice-type powers and are able to use them not just for offense but, perhaps more importantly in their case, for defense. Along the sides of the body are a series of diamond-shaped crystal growths that are deeply embedded in their thick, fatty hide. These crystals serve as conduits for the beast's internal cooling chambers, which allow them to blast out cold air at negative 240 degrees Fahrenheit, the same temperature that can be felt on the surface of their hide.
Offensively, this allows these creatures to attack not only through their mouths, as with many other ice types, but with their entire body, entombing nearby enemies in ice and halting their tracks completely.
More interestingly though, these creatures can supercool the air so quickly around them in this fashion when enraged that they can surround themselves with a literal wall of ice to protect against direct attack. Even the vicious jaws of a Pokemon like Tyrantrum are unable to easily break through this wall, let alone get near it as a result of their weakness to extreme cold. It is believed that such an event resulted in the preservation of one of these creatures in a glacier as it was discovered many years ago, and although the creature had died long ago and could not be resurrected, it managed to be a huge story in the global news for some time. As they develop and grow, these beasts can gain access to powerful attacks like Blizzard and Hyper Beam that can easily devastate others, not to mention already having access to the potent Freeze Dry attack, the only ice-type move capable of seriously damaging even water-type Pokemon. Add on to this an impressive amount of HP that can absorb countless blows in battle, as well as the gorgeous ability to summon Auroras merely by howling, and it comes as no surprise why these juggernauts are seen as perhaps one of the most powerful yet gentle fossil Pokemon out there.
I normally don't find a lot of favor with most fossil Pokemon, as they tend to be a bit on the brutish side, but Amaura and Aurorus are some of the gentlest and most caring ancient beasts I've ever encountered. Despite the rather considerable size they can grow to compared to other fossil Pokemon, these beasts are just really big softies and love relaxing and playing around with others more than they do battling, which I think suits them just fine. And even if they are forced to defend themselves, their access to extreme cold as a weapon makes them surprisingly useful, especially when paired with their considerable bulk. While I would recommend direct contact with exposed skin if you don't want to get frostbite, these gentle giants can still be a pleasure to work with, so as long as you keep your body insulated against the cold, there are tons of fun to be had playing with and even riding on these graceful and gentle creatures.
Though the coldest of winters may follow them wherever they go, the members of the Amaura family are kind creatures that are more likely to make for a fun snow day than a howling and painful blizzard. Even so, their access to powerful attacks can make them a noteworthy threat worth preparing for in any situation, with not even heat putting them in immediate danger.
Just do yourself a favor and make sure to take good care of them and give them the love they deserve. They might not all be that aggressive, but manage to rile one of these beasts up and you're likely to receive a chilly reception that'll last for an ice age, if not several.
Thank you all for watching this video. It is always a pleasure to help teach others about the world of Pokemon and the many facets of it that exist in both the world we call home and the world they call home. If you'd like, please leave a comment and subscribe and ring the bell to this channel to get regular updates on content and anything else that might be going on. You can find me and my written work on DeviantArt under the name Utitus, and be informed of information and content uploads on my Twitter page and my Patreon page. Donations are always welcome. Always remember, the world of Pokemon is a vast and varied place, and there's no telling what secrets might be hiding just around the corner. So keep watch, stay vigilant, and always prepare for the unexpected. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.